Magic fans, it is trade deadline day. Oh my God, exciting day. Of course, we have done exactly what us fans thought we would do as of so far. Absolutely nothing. But we're hoping that would change. And today is the day to do so. It is past midnight, so it technically is Thursday, trade deadline day, February 8th. So we have some hours to burn. Hopefully they're willing and dealing right now. So let's talk about some trade potential targets. Now, everybody is talking about Tyus Jones. Actually, I just made a video about Tyus Jones because I think he's going to be our perfect ideal fit for this trade deadline. But let's talk about some names other people are not talking about. Maybe find a deal that the Orlando Magic would actually do. Now, everybody's talking about the Tyus Jones, the Malcolm Brogdon. They're talking about big trades, which we don't see happening in DeJounte Murray or Anthony Simons. I mean, all four of those people I would accept with open arms. But these are people you see us, all Magic videos talking about bringing in. So why not we get, a little more creative and think of what else we can find value. So first, let's identify what we need at the Orlando Magic. And let's keep this video as short as possible. So, point guard. Point guard play is a strong need of ours. Markelle Fultz is our starting point guard, and he looks well when he plays. But the problem is when he plays. He gets injured a lot, so we need a consistent starting point guard or a really solid bench point guard that can play in his stead. And then it will actually strengthen our team because our second unit also needs a playmaking point guard as well. Three-point shooting is a big weakness of ours as well. We are low into like the 20s, mid-20s on 3 points per game, 3-point percentage. We do need a 3-point shooter on this team if possible as well. So point guard play, solid point guard who can actually stay healthy and start. 3-point shooting is the biggest needs and concerns all of us have been seeing what our Magic lack. So what I did here to find some names that nobody's really talking about is thinking of people who would realistically trade. So one team is probably the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons are ass this year, to say the least. I mean, Cade Cunningham has been in and out of injuries. I think he is a superstar in the making in this league. And that hasn't helped with their record. But they play hard every night. So it's not like their players are just trash. They just are not good. So the Detroit Pistons, knowing they are not good, knowing they're going nowhere right now, probably can trade one of these players who are on a expiring deal for, us Magic fans. We're going to try to get a steal. Our front office is going to try to get a steal. So maybe a second-round pick, low risk, high reward. So let's go take a stab at it. So the unrealistic option is Bogdanovich. Now, Bogdanovich is a very solid scorer in the NBA. He's a very solid starting small forward in the NBA. Kind of, just a shooter. He's shooting 41% from three this season. That is much needed from us. He's a career 39% three-point shooter. And this year he is scoring 20 points per game. We are lacking a third consistent scorer for help of scoring that is being, they are carrying the load. Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner are carrying the load in the scoring front. We don't really have a third consistent scorer. So this man, Bogdanovich, would absolutely fit that build. Now, fit-wise, it's a little tough because how do you start him, right? Is he coming off the bench? Is he just going to be the microwave 20 points off the bench? That would help. But we already have Franz, who kind of plays the 2-3. Paulo kind of plays the 3-4. So what would you fit him in if you was to incorporate him in the starting lineup? Jalen Suggs is not really a point guard. So, you'd probably have to do something like Suggs, Franz, Bogdanovich, Paulo, and then our center of Wendell or whomever we like putting out there, Goga, Mo Wagner. We have options at the center. Or we can just keep the lineup the way it is and have him off the bench, and him and Cole Anthony could just be microwaves off the bench, and we'll just have the top bench scoring in the NBA. That would be good as well. But points per game, 3 points per shooting is two things of dire need for Orlando Magic. And he fits that bill. Now, the problem is he makes $20 million a year and he has a 2-year contract left. So who can we give up to fit that mold? So Gary Harris is one person. He is making $13 million this year. That's a little off. And Markelle Fultz would be a good option. Now, in this case, especially for Bogdanovich, we would want to keep Markelle. Yes, he gets injured a lot, but when he is healthy, as he's shown in the past few games, he is still a solid middle of the pack point guard in the NBA. So I would love to keep Markelle in this trade. So what I would do is probably get risky. Hey, give them Chuma, who's making $5 million this year, and give them Gary. Both of them are expiring contracts. 5 plus 3 is 18. So I'm sure that will work out with that $20 million contract. And we're not giving up no first-round picks. Nobody. So we, in the next couple drafts, between 2025 and 2028, we have 2, 4, 6, 8 second-round picks. And for some reason, our Magic, they don't really like using second-round picks. I still don't get it to this day. Y'all probably could argue with me and give me some second-round pick that they use. But I watch the draft every year. And for some reason, we trade away these second-round picks. We don't like using them. So if we have 8 between 25 and 28, that means we have extra. In each of those drafts between 2025 and 2028, we have 2. So why not say, hey, we're not giving you a first-round pick, but we'll give you a 2025 second-round pick and a 2026 second-round pick. We won't be losing much because we'll just keep ours. Keep our second-round picks in those 2 years, give away the 2 excess that we're probably not going to use anyway, and make this deal happen. This will be a substantial upgrade to this team where we actually have somebody who can be a consistent scorer to help and someone who can dramatically help our three-point shooting. But I just don't see Detroit really getting rid of Bogdanovich, as he's one of their best players. So I don't know if they think 2 expiring contracts and 2 second-round picks is worth it. But hey, I see 2 second-round picks as a low-end first-round pick. I would sell it to them as that. Hey, you're pretty much getting a first and you're getting an aspiring contract to go help your team next year. What's up? Now, the most realistic trade I see happening from the Detroit Pistons, I don't know what you guys would think of this name, is Alec Burks. Now, we're talking about point guard play. We struggle with, I don't know, down the stretch. We just sometimes seem disorganized and Paolo is forced to dribble up the ball. They obviously don't trust AB in the clutch situations and ball handling as well. So just having a point guard that can help, bring up the ball, set up the offense will be helpful. And again, a consistent, solid point guard that is able to start. Alec Burks does not miss a lot of games. He's always healthy. He's always consistent. So if Markelle gets hurt again, he can fill in that role. And then when Markelle is healthy, he could slide to the second unit and, again, help with that second unit be even better. Cole Anthony, when Markelle has been hurt, has been forced to play starter minutes and kind of be a point guard. Where early in the year, where it looked like he could have been 6th man of the year, he just came off the bench and was focused on scoring. So with Alec Burks taking away some of those responsibilities of being a point guard, maybe that can help the second unit where Cole Anthony could just focus on scoring again. And I think Burks, Cole Anthony, Ingles, Mo Wagner is just a good second unit in the NBA. Now, Alec Burks is scoring 12 points per game this year. And listen, he is shooting 41% from 3. So, yes, he will fill in a ball handling role for us that we're missing. But he also will dramatically help us in our lacking of three-point shooting. 41% is great in the NBA. Now, he's a 15-year vet as well. So, he has a lot of experience. He can help teach our youngsters as well. He can probably help groom AB into becoming a solid guard in the league. He can share his experiences with Paolo and Mo Wagner. And I think this will help us really make a playoff push. Now, the good thing is he's not making a lot either. He's on an expiring contract, $10 million a year. So we could really just give up anything, I don't know how much we can absorb, but hey, if we was able to get Chuma over there and take on $5 million, we could say, hey, Pistons, Chumo Kiki, I don't think we plan to re-sign him next year. So, hey, you have a young asset that y'all can see for the rest of the season, Chumo Kiki. He's a 3-and-D guy. Maybe they see promise in him, so they're very interested. And then we package it with a second-round pick. As I told you, we have 8 in the next couple drafts. So, Chumo Kiki, second-round pick. We get Alec Burks. I think it's a no-brainer to me to bring Alec Burks into this fold. It will help us continue to make this playoff push, which I think is extremely necessary. Now, everybody's like, yeah, we're a year away. Why do something? Why not? It will only help to get our now all-star Paulo Banchero some playoff experience, Franz Wagner some playoff experience, Suggs some playoff experience. Our whole young core needs playoff experience. And this will help them in the future for next year when we're really pushing down the stretch to make the playoffs. This gives them the experience that, hey, we did this last year. We can do it again. So I think getting the experience for these guys is crucial. I think making a move is crucial as well, because I would love for us to get the 6th seed and avoid this play-in. Really make the playoffs without having to play this play-in. And we saw when we're healthy in the beginning of the year, 9-game run, man. We beat the Nuggets, I believe, twice. We just beat the Timberwolves a week ago and knocked them out of first place in the West. So, when healthy, this team can shock somebody. We've seen the Bucks. The Bucks with Doc Rivers right now is 1-4. So who knows? What if we match up with the Bucks first round and we catch them? We catch them with our defensive pressure, and we knock them out. We can win a series, and that will be great experience not only for our players, but shit, us as fans, we deserve it as well. So this is a little off the wall, trade that a lot of people aren't talking about that I think can still help our team. So what do you think about us maybe giving a little extra trying to get Bogdanovich, or, hey, making a low-end, low-risk, high-reward trade for Alec Burks to help our team make this playoff push? So let me know your thoughts in the comments here. If you think I'm crazy, go ahead and curse me out. But if you like it, if you think it's a good trade, let me know as well. Maybe like, share, subscribe if you like this video as well. I'm Marvin Alec Cox, also known as the Mac Sports Attack. I appreciate you watching the video, and I'm out.